Welcome to Behind the Claw. We will be picking up where we left off last week. These guys are on Elixabeth once again, and they are currently meeting with Lord Blinderby. In fact, that reminds me.
I thought we were done. I thought Zerzy was just gonna talk to him to finalize some details, and
Yeah,
we were
where
gonna
we
blast
left.
off.
Yeah, where we left off, there was that one last little piece that
Okay.
Zerzy wanted to talk to him about. Uh,
It don't bother me none.
Blinderby Manor. So yeah, I didn't plan on you guys coming back here, and so I just got rid of a bunch of this
A-
stuff.
You thought the
Assets.
players wouldn't be weird. Ha ha ha.
Oh no, no, I'm pretty much guaranteed you're going to be weird. Three.
Well, I mean, that said, if you want us to go on the rails, just kind of, you know, uh, put the rails down a little bit more overt, because I'm kind of getting the impression that right now we need to make a bunch of money.
I mean, we're doing. Actually, I need to keep my money sheet open. As far as the ship's money, we're okay for a little bit.
Well, and don't forget there'll be another infusion of 300,000 as soon as you complete the whole thing
Oh yeah, that yeah.
on Mithril. So, and once you're done at Mithril, then you just go to Biter. There it is.
Well, yeah, but I assume it's just not going to be as easy as just finding this guy passed out drunk in a space tavern, you know.
Right, right. So yeah, you are
Just a feeling.
where we left off. You guys were at the manor of Lord Penfold Blinderby, and finalizing the last steps, trying to convince Penny to set up the golf course that he wanted, not on Elixabeth, which most of the population on Elixabeth kind of had questions about, and instead set it up on Walston. And you've even provided him with some of your mining information, your scans showing that there is some profit to be made, and so Penny is very interested in that, as is his new bride. So that whole situation, as far as his wife goes, the situation on Tarkeen is still ongoing. There is still a revolution and a coup going on. The what is it? The technical consortium of Trexelate has kind of spread out and in District 268, and is in the throes of trying to essentially just convince the Imperium to not annex District 268. And so there's a whole lot of that. There is talks that that the Trexelon technical initiative is or technical consortium is privately backed by the Ein Gevar, which is a terrorist organization, although they didn't start that way. And and so because the Ein Gevar have been brought up, then they immediately assume that the Jodani consulate is secretly funneling money and weapons, and so the whole situation in District 268 right now is sketchy. But that is where we will be picking up. One of the other ones. Hold on here. Trying to remember. I know who his
So that
wife is, but I need a person up.
while you're pulling up the tokens and stuff, I got a question. Generally speaking, how do NPC henchmen, essentially henchmen, work in Traveler, and are you cool with them?
I mean, in some cases you have to have them. You know, if you're if you're running a larger ship, I mean, I guess you could technically even hire them for this ship. I'm not a fan of the whole NPC thing though.
Mhm.
But there she is, Lorena Farella. Um,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
essentially, they work pretty much the same way that they do in like basic and advanced uh, D&D box sets. So you're going to hire them. You're going to have to pay them a salary, a monthly salary, and then for the most part, they are there to do whatever job that you hired them to do. So if you hire a steward for the ship, he's not going to really want to go out on adventures with you. If you hire
Yeah.
a gunner to man one of the turrets, they're not going to want to go out on adventures with you because they're hired to do a job, right?
The gunnery skill. Yeah.
Right. So, but yeah, and I mean, as far as salaries go, I was a little disappointed. I wish they would have put that into spacecraft operations, but instead, oddly enough, you actually find it in
CSC.
the first book of Pirates of Drenax.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, all right.
yeah, so
I'll
weird.
shoot. I'll bug you after the session then, because I have an idea about something, and I want to run and by you. So.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we can. I mean, if I can come up with some NPCs, NPCs are really easy to generate. Um,
Well,
I mean, we
sure.
could always get another droid like Clanker also.
that's
Well,
I mean, there again, it's another NPC.
well, that's something to consider. Although the droid I would get would be that would have to be like a custom model. Anyway, whatever. I'll burn that bridge after the session.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, Penny and his new wife, Princess Glorina Farella of Tarkeen, um, are she really likes the idea of the mining prospects. She, of course, all of her assets when the coup happened on Tarkeen have been frozen by the Yunta, and so she's essentially penniless. Well, not completely penniless, not completely penniless, but um, so yeah, she's interested in the mining idea, and of course, he's excited that he's going to get his golf course. And of course, he has regaled you with nothing but stories about how fantastic his solar sailing yacht regatta went off, and in the Elixabeth system, which quite frankly is all rather boring compared to all of the things that you have been doing. So what was it that you wanted to discuss with Penny?
Well, first off, I would congratulate them on their wedding because we kind of dumped her off and left. We
Right.
didn't really stick around for anything.
Yes.
We basically we saw them meet and we were just like, all right, cool, bye. So first, I would definitely reach in and pull out something that my character has had for a very long time. Um, I will give them a fancy leather belt that was from the Instov system that we got as a gift for giving a high-tech receiver to a colony there. Um, I mean, it was handmade, so it's not like super bougie, but it was a belt made from, and I tell them this is made from the party from the scanner killing a very tough beast, and this was part of its hide. Then we turned it to a belt, and I'm giving it to the newlywed couple as a gift. And then I'm going to discuss that this planet is fairly large. It's got similar characteristics to your current planet, but less gravity. And while there is a central government on one small section of the planet, the rest of it is open to whatever. And
Yeah, there's only that one
basically,
little island. I mean, everything else is essentially unexplored. I mean, they've gone over it with probes and flybys, but there's nobody's been boots on the ground in pretty much any other continent.
and I'll basically tell them that the people there wouldn't want their culture messed with. But that being said, eventually it would obviously form a kind of hybrid culture over time. But to start, basically, as long as he's not disturbing the settlements that are already there, he's able to pretty much do whatever. And me and our crew are more than willing to be the go between and help set up a meeting between the two leaders so they can form something official.
Oh, he doesn't want to take up any more of your time than is necessary. He understands that you guys are busy. He is quite impressed that you have your own ship now. You have your own business essentially to run, and I mean, he is a nobleman as far as like the whole idea of meeting up with other planetary leaders. That's his bread and butter. And essentially, that's what he was doing up until he took possession of the inherited estate here on Elixabeth. Which am still wondering why anybody would want to have an estate on Elixabeth to begin with, but here we are. It is what it is. So yeah, I mean, he doesn't want to take up. I mean, if you want to, if you're passing back through the area, of course. And you know, he essentially tells his wife to. He says, "Glorina, you must pack your things, and we shall go to Walston, and and we will aid in their relief efforts, and start to set things up and take surveys so that we can plan out the golf course." And she, of course, leaves the room and hurries off to find things. And he's planning on taking one of his private ships to Walston.
Oh, of course. And yeah, well, I'll let them know that we're always open for service. We're always looking for ways to make money, and we look forward to seeing what kind of relationship develops between these two planets. And I'll let them know that we have to go run some more business, though. We have to go and keep making our ship payments.
Oh yes, and he says that hopefully by the time you pass back through Walston, if you do come back that way, that he will have perhaps business for you. And he seems all very positive about this entire endeavor.
Awesome. Well, with like I'd probably bow because they're the leaders of the planet, and with the gift of the belt, and go back to the ship and prepare to take off.
Okay. So when you get back to the ship, there is a message from Orion that he has decided that this is his port of call, and that he is going to be shipping out on another ship, presumably to parts unknown. And so he is leaving the crew. Now, when we last left off, and I'll switch you over here to this map. So you are on Elixabeth. Your plan was to get to Mithril by way of Caliburn, doing a jump to Caliburn, likely then to Steel, and then J1 to Mithril.
Yep.
Is that still your goal?
I leave that in the hands of the pilot. I sounds like a good flight
Works
plan.
for me. I mean, it sounds like a good plan. Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah. Yes, I think that's fine.
So what do we know about Caliburn? I looked up Caliburn. I don't think there's much.
We were originally considering looking at Caliburn. Caliburn is a belt. It's a belter like sort of system.
Yes.
And Dawn World, because that was the other path we were looking. The Dawn World was it's a garden world, but nobody can live there.
Right, because they all go sterile.
Because they all go sterile. So we're like, you know what? Let's just do Caliburn. And the reason we were going to look for Caliburn is because Casimir was being racist, and he was like, "Yeah, Belter colonies, they tend to be, they tend to have a bit more criminal element. It's just their nature." Uh,
And
so,
that's true. And so what I mean, what your library computers can tell you about Caliburn, is that. Let's see here. E0. Well, we know that 514. So it has size size 0, less than 1,000 kilometers in diameter, asteroid or orbital complex. 0, there is no atmosphere. 0, nothing. Vac suit required.
well, yeah, I mean, it's an asteroid belt.
0 for hydrographics, which means 0 to 5% water. It says description would be a desert world, but in this case, it would probably be frozen water in various asteroids. And
Anyway, the reason why I'm suggesting Caliburn and that we make a brief stop there is those of us with Streetwise, which I think might just be me at this point, is just try to see if we can find somebody to sell. I want to get rid of our hot merchandise. I want to get rid of our freaking Anagathics.
right, and
I
I
also
mean,
have Streetwise
so
a little.
So despite Caliburn, so Caliburn is a belt system. It is not quite as extensive as, say, Bowman. Bowman really sets the standard for a belt system. It's just huge. Caliburn's not quite that extensive, but it does have hundreds of thousands of people, somewhere in the range of 5 to 600,000 permanent inhabitants, and it has a corporate government type, and the corporation that is in basically rulership of Caliburn is Stern Metal Horizons. They are a mining concern, and pretty much they came into Caliburn. So unlike Bowman has mostly the people that live there are the ones that are mining it for ages. And they have small family-run mining operations that are set up. And it wasn't until very recently that Ling Standard Products has come into Bowman and is now entertaining the idea of moving in full scale mining operations, which of course the family miners don't like. Caliburn is not the same. Pretty much, it was discovered by the scouts. Stern Metal moved in fairly early after its discovery, and immediately set up mining operations, and it has been there ever since. Um, it does not have the through traffic that Bowman has, because I mean, why would it? It's it's a little bit off the main. Usually, if you're coming the main this direction, you're probably going to skip it, and a lot of folks are going to either go to Calidbolg, or they're going to go directly to Detrillion, and so Caliburn doesn't have a whole lot of merchant traffic that comes through. There are, of course, ore ships that come and go from Caliburn, and but that's really about it. So if you were to show up with, especially this would be so one thing about Caliburn is that they do have a tech level 11, but that's because Stern Metal Horizons is in there and they're funneling all of their tech, right? So if you were to show up with luxury items, then you have a good chance of being able to sell those.
Okay, so sounds like a plan then. I mean, honestly, you're just selling me more and more on this idea. I surreptitiously, in fact, I'd use the neurocoms for this. I'd ping Zerzy and be like, listen, like this is the path I want to go to, and I basically sort of state the reasons. Like I want to get rid of Anagathics just in case, it'll be extra money in the ship's locker, and we'll get rid of like one of the most illegal things possible, so that if our ship is ever scanned, like we don't have any problems.
Well, and you have some recreational drugs as well, didn't you?
Mm,
I thought
I think,
I thought you
yeah,
had.
but
I
I
thought
don't
you had
remember.
I don't remember.
I thought it was
I
a
don't
very
believe
limited
so.
amount. I mean, it wasn't even in an amount that you could list really as cargo.
No, I have stims. I have these are the drugs I have. 5 adrenalizers, 2 anti-rads, fast, medicinal, inhibitor, meta performance enhancer, nervous response dampener, and 20 stims. And the stims aren't illegal as far as I recall.
No, they're not. Yeah, I thought you had some
No,
recreational
Kaz.
drugs.
I envision Kaz as like not straight edge, like Kaz like Kaz likes like booze, obviously, and hmm, he enjoys the company of the fairer sex when he's in port. But we're obviously not focusing on that. Thankfully, space chlamydia isn't the thing. But um, yeah, but no, he doesn't really do drugs all that much. So yeah, he would like he like Cap, do I have your permission to move this hot merchandise?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm assuming we probably won't be able to find any mail or anything heading to this place because there's not really a place at this jump.
I
There's
mean, you say that, but there's like a couple 100,000 people. I mean,
Everybody has mail.
to tug myself off here. Now use my generator. Why don't you? I kid.
Because I was trying to think if are we actually because we're not carrying any cargo. We had the refugees.
yeah, you're empty right now.
Yeah, so let's see what's available.
So
Why not?
this is going to be there.
They would definitely have minerals.
You get a +2 because the ship is armed. Let's see.
Oh, and we should ask if anybody wants to not do space mining anymore and instead try their hand on planet mining if they have some mining expertise to start a mining operation on the planet.
Oh yeah, for Brixelby, you're right. That's a good call.
We could ask that on our way back because right now we're traveling to
To Mithril, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that freight traffic is gonna be probably a -1, so that only puts you at a +1. But yeah, we can go ahead and check. An 8, no. On a 12 or more, no, there is no mail to take.
Any passengers that want to go like start a new exciting career in mining? Why not?
I mean, yeah, let's see here. Their population is 5, so that's a 0. Zero for basic.
And of course, Jersey understands that we're not always going to be full of cargo and or passengers with every jump. So,
Let's see.
No,
I mean, you say that, but like
well,
passengers are surprisingly easy to get.
So Stern Middle Horizons hasn't even bothered to build a spaceport. It's considered a Class E, which is essentially they've got a place for you to land. It's flat on one of the asteroids, but that's about it. So that's another -1. So -1. No, there's no basic passengers.
they probably got disgusted when we dropped off a bunch of refugees.
Yeah, the inside of your cargo hold smells like cabbages. Yeah, there's no high passengers.
Not surprised. All right, well, so it goes.
oh, well.
Yeah, nobody's interested in going to Caliburn.
That's why we have some money in the bank.
That is a good point. So the other thing about Caliburn, so it is a Class C starport, which yeah, you could land there. Their fuel, which they're only going to charge you 100 credits per ton for is unrefined, which means your processors is going to have to refine it anyways, right?
Okay.
There are gas giants. You could just skim fuel for free.
Well, yeah, but well, actually, I suppose you can drop me off while I'm like looking for buyers. You guys can go and skip. Although, wait, no, I'm the best pilot, so never mind. No,
I
whatever.
can
Just fuck.
also I can also do streetwise stuff with you.
Okay, fine. So let's just leave the ship. Fine. Let's leave the ship. We'll hit up different sections. Yeah. Okay. Sounds like a good idea.
I just thought
'Cause
I would
we-
bring up that you can refuel for free because I mean,
We can always
Is it-
refuel on the way out of the system.
Is it really worth it? Honestly, is it? Doesn't it also take
Well,
ages if I?
so I mean, you're talking about let's see here.
It's like 20,000 credits we're saving if we do it.
Is it?
You would. I mean, it's unrefined fuel, so it's only going to cost you 4,000 credits.
What I'm talking about, if we skim off a gas giant, that's saving us like it's like 20. How much
No,
is fuel?
it's
It's
saving
like
you 4,000 credits.
Oh, okay.
4,000
I also, if I
credits.
recall correctly, is it?
It's a Type E starport, so it's 100. It's 100 credits per ton. You have 40 tons of fuel. That's 4,000 credits. I mean, if you don't want to spend 4,000 credits, you can skim the giant, or you can just have your processors chew on it for a day, and
Also,
4,000 credits out of pocket is probably not much.
Yeah, we can afford that.
yeah, I'd say let's not overcomplicate things. Get their crappy fuel and have our processors do it.
Okay.
That works.
So with your, I mean, you get jump tapes. Like I said, you can take your time. There's no reason. There's no reason for you to need to make a roll. I'm not going to make you do that. You have plenty of time. You're not in a hurry. You make your jump into or heading for Caliburn. What are you guys? I mean, you now have the ship to yourself finally after a couple of weeks. I mean, it's been more like a month that you
Right.
don't have a ton of refugees bouncing around. I would think that Clanker's probably cleaned up the cargo hold after getting all these people out. You can finally relax and spend some time studying. If you want, you can add a week of study
Yes.
time
Yep.
to your study period.
Study.
That's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to debate if I want to study or should I work on the computer core. I think I'll study because I haven't studied in like 2 or 3 weeks.
I would say study and crack the computer core like when we're landed like on a normal planet, not like some crappy ass asteroid that we couldn't even do repairs if it causes the core to blow up or something.
All right. Yep. I did a study.
Okay.
Same.
So you guys all add a week to your study periods.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 1, 0. That's it. All right. Four. That's interesting. So, your week goes by fairly uneventful and far more quiet than it's been in a month. And you come out into the Caliburn system. And of course, this map is certainly not to scale. And so this is a belt system. All of these little worlds that you see, the really little ones, those aren't really planets. They are planetoids. They're maybe about the size of Ceres. They're small. And as you come out of jump, your sensors kind of come online, but you can see that passing through the system is what appears to be and of course this thing is pretty far off. What's the distance on this? Doesn't say. I'm gonna roll 3D. So it's about 6,000 kilometers, according to your sensors. This comet is passing um, through the system, coming in a trajectory like from out system, like so. Is what its projected flight course is going to be. Aside from that, you don't see pretty much any other ships that are in system that are really of any interest to you. But whoever would like to can make if you want to do a sensor sweep, post just coming right out of um, jump space, you can make an electronic sensors plus intellect check.
I can't if Audrey doesn't want to.
Okay, so Audrey, you do pick up that there is some in-system traffic. These, of course, are Stern Metal Horizons defense boats. Basically, their job is to defend the system against any kind of raiding traffic or to do customs inspections. But there's not a whole lot here. You see, of course, a number of mining ships. There are several small seeker class mining ships, which are usually a converted Type S Scout that are flitting around in the belt and around these smaller planetoids that are in the system. Aside from that, there's not even any big freighters that are in system right now, so you're guessing that there's probably some kind of schedule where these things all come in, probably 2 or 3 of them at a time and load up and then leave. But you receive a message from Caliburn. They are confirming that you are on their scopes and requesting information on uh, what is your business and system.
Oh, man. Well, Audrey tells them that we're on our way to Boston.
No,
we just left Walston.
Yeah, you just left Elixabeth. So I mean, Port Authority wants to know what your business in Caliburn is.
Passengers. I mean, refueling passengers, I guess.
Okay. So how big is Caliburn? Oh, it's really, really small. Yeah. Yeah, you're the 100 diameter limit from Caliburn's like maybe 100,000 kilometers, and so it doesn't take you very long to get there at all. Just over an hour of travel time. So yeah, they confirm that you're listed as a possible passenger ship, and they give you a berth in docking bay or a berth at landing pad 3. And Casimir, you can go ahead and give me a piloting plus dex check.
You said this place does not have an atmosphere, so I don't actually get my bonus, but that's okay.
Nope, all it's got is a flat spot and a landing beacon, and that's it.
So I should be adding spacecraft. Yep, still good.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, landing is a routine check. I usually I like to check to see because sometimes you can really if you really screw it up,
Yeah, like
it's
how
fine.
bad my braking is, right? Like,
Right, yeah.
yeah,
Sometimes it's especially on a class E landing or class E
yeah.
starport. And so Casimir brings stubborn bastard in, and as you are coming in, you can see that there are a number of smaller shuttle type craft that in system small craft that are moving around, and apparently this is how they move most of the cargo. If they any ore that is mined, it's of course sorted at Caliburn or maybe other multiple locations, loaded up into cargo shuttles, and then they shuttle it to the actual the freighters when they come in. And so you're seeing that there's a lot of like modular cutters that are moving around. And you set down at Caliburn. What is the first thing that you get? I mean, it has a population of around 500,000 people. So I mean, it's not small. It is a really large underground kind of colony. And in order to get from your ship to the actual entrance, the airlock into the colony itself, you're going to have to suit up. There's no,
Yeah.
there's no, tube or anything for you to connect to. You have to walk on the surface from your ship to the entrance.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Shouldn't be an issue. We all have suits.
Sure, why not? We do that.
Yeah.
So I mean, Class C Starport, they don't really have a customs agent or office. Um, you know, Usually that kind of thing is going to be done by corporate security if they think you're a problem. But you guys suit up and step through the airlock. It's not locked. It's just you thumb the button and it opens and it cycles and you are in uh, a fairly it's a it's clean, but most of the walls are rock. And there are steel girders and pipes and whatnot that are running overhead. And you can see that it leads right into like main concourse kind of area. There are a number of food vendors, small shops, things like that for the people that live here. Um, Everybody can make a recon plus intellect check.
What the hell? Uh,
7.
2 sevens. There we go. So Kaz, you immediately notice that like a lot of these food kiosks and a lot of the advertisement um, for the shops are listing prices in Stern Metal Horizons company script.
ah, okay. All right. It's a company town. Okay, then I guess the first thing then we should do is we should go to a cash exchange place or well credit exchange place because
Sure, sure. So you do find an exchange bank, and they will exchange how many they'll give you one Stern Metal Horizon credit for every 2 Imperial credits that you trade with them.
wow, absolutely criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost as they control ups and downs of this place. Well, yeah, we're not looking for anything too fancy. Fuck, I don't know, like 200 credits. I think a hotel room's like 50. Because we're probably going to be here at least like one day. So
Yeah, it's going to take a day for your process. Oh, and Zerzi will need to um, deduct 4,000 for unrefined fuel.
right.
So yeah, how many if you want to exchange, it's 2 Imperial credits to one Stern Metal company script. So how many do you want to convert?
Oh, that's looking bad. Where? No, that's the companion. Like I said, as soon as I find a thing, but I think it's like 200. Oh, right, because it's updated.
Yeah, there's an Advantage hotels here that they have rooms for like 50 credits a night, and
Right.
all of their rooms have 2 beds.
Right. Yeah. No. Well, go ahead.
I was saying, I guess we should make sure how long do we want to stay here for?
You only need to be here
Look,
a day for refueling.
for refueling, and honestly, if we're not gonna find like, we shouldn't spend too long trying to sell our drugs here. So,
Well, I'm gonna go and try to find their administration office and talk to them directly.
what
Okay.
to sell drugs to, or what?
Not to sell drugs, dude, just for other business.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm
Sure.
gonna go
Whatever.
find the president of Stern Metal Horizons and offer to sell him Anagathic.
Well, you know what? Like, completely unironically, if we had like a minor contact, that might actually work because the people who use Anagathics in the Third Imperium are, of course, the CEOs,
Oh yeah.
like the president of this outpost absolutely fucking uses Anagathics, and he would absolutely buy them off of us. But we just have no way to approach him like in a safe fashion. So
So
yeah.
I'm not gonna convert any money. I'm just gonna go look for the administration office.
All
Okay.
right.
Go ahead and make a your choice, either a investigate plus intellect or an admin plus intellect check.
I mean, admin all day, every day. 11.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you were able to find a local information terminal, and it transfers information uh, to your mobile comm, giving you a map showing you how to get to the administration.
All right, so yeah, I'll use my neural net with these guys and let them know. Well, Audrey doesn't have neural net, do you, Audrey?
No.
So yeah, I'll tell Cass to tell Audrey, be like, hey, I'm gonna go talk to administration. You guys do what you got to do.
Well,
We'll
I
meet
mean,
back up at the.
you probably all have comm dots, and you're all
Oh yeah,
standing
that's
right
true.
next to each other.
Well, yeah, there's that, but also probably should not talk about like do what you got to
I was
do
gonna
and all
say
that stuff.
I'm gonna go to admin. You guys do what you gotta do. We'll meet back up at the ship in a few hours,
All
unless you
right,
guys are sleeping in the hotel. If so, just
I want to get like I want to get like something solid under my feet. Sure, why not?
Okay,
Okay.
Sure, we could stay in the hotel.
so how much money are you converting?
Uh, let's go with 200 Imperial credits for 100 script.
Okay, there you go. So
All right,
they readily exchange you with 100 Stern Metal Horizons script, and they're just basically gold tokens with Stern Metal Horizons logo on both sides. Audrey, what are you doing?
Well, do they have minerals for sale that could go in a
That's
cargo hold?
an excellent question. Let's see. Essentially, you are looking for lots. Do you have what is your broker skill?
No training in that skill.
Okay, so there's a -3.
But I'll roll anyway if you want.
Okay, hold on.
yeah, you might get boxcars. Why not?
Is this what it's talking about? This is not what it's talking about. What column is it talking about? Okay. All right. So and 11. Actually, that's pretty good. So yes, there are some goods available. Hold on, I'm trying to find something. God damn it! And you were specifically looking for minerals?
Yes, because they probably have a lot of that around here.
That would be my guess. Yeah, lot. There we go. Freight lots must be transported in their entirety. Okay. All right. So let's find out. Three. It keeps telling me to. Pissing me off. It's telling me to roll in the freight traffic table. There is no freight traffic table.
Oh, it's directly above.
It isn't though.
It's it's on page 241.
There it is. Thank you. Okay. So okay. There are 9 lots available. -1. +1. I'm sorry. There's 10 lots available. They are. There is a 20-ton major freight lot of ore that is for sale. And it's for sale at 85% of the actual cost. So looking at my trade goods. This would be uncommon ore at 5,000 a ton. So you found 20 tons of uncommon ores for sale for 85,000 credits.
We have that much money. And then we could sell it when we get to a planet that wants to buy it.
And if we get to an industrial world, they'll love it. I just had no idea whether Mithril or the other one is industrial, but yeah, let the captain know when you're, that you found this. Why not?
Okay, Audrey makes note of that deal and we'll mention it when we regroup.
Okay.
Because maybe we will want to do it.
So
I don't see why not.
once so Audrey's off buying stuff. Once you have your 100 script dollars. Where's Kaz going?
So I'm gonna hit. I'm actually gonna hit the higher tier. Like not taverns, of course, but higher tier uh eateries, cafeterias, restaurants. Yeah, basically, well, I'll actually say this: luxury nightclubs, if there are any. There's 500,000 people, some of which are corporate. I would expect that they would be there.
I mean, it depends on what you're
Well, yeah,
thinking.
okay. Luxury for this place. Let's put it this way. Then again, 500,000 people is not like that's a good sized city.
Yes, it
Like this
is.
place should have its own opera. Now, granted, of course, maybe not for belters, because again, belters, but
Yeah, I mean, there is the corporate parks area, and there are some nicer establishments there. In fact, they have a brew house tavern located there, and that's probably about the nicest that they get. Of course, one thing about brew houses that usually they pride themselves on serving cuisine made from uh, locally sourced foods. This being an asteroid belt, there is no locally sourced foods unless you like to eat rocks. And so all of their stuff at this particular brewhouse tavern is imported, though they do say that a lot of it is imported from nearby Caliburn or even Elixabeth, and so they keep it within their local. Their local fare is like within a 4 parsec radius. Um, and
as
it,
I'm chatting the people up, I'll be like, "Oh, how come you guys don't do your hydroponics here? You would think, for that little
and you
style of prestige."
so you do see a lot of that moving throughout, like the walls. Like I said, most of the walls are rock, but you see that they have hydroponics that are set up in the walls, and the bulk of that, of course, they can't eat it because the bulk of that is what's refreshing their air. And
Oh
so
yeah, well, fair enough.
they, of course, do have hydroponics that are there generally for food, um, and that of course is served in some of the meals. But the the bulk of it is coming from off world, especially meat.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, meat would be difficult, yeah. But like, I would expect that like there would be like a true local salad or like a genuine local salad, and the damn thing is like a hundred script per ounce or something like that, and
Yeah, they
yeah.
they they have they have local sourced vegetables and food, if that's the type of thing. But yeah, you're right. The typical salad that you're going to get here is going to cost you like 50 credits.
Yeah, you know what? Because it's important for me to make an impression, so I'll pay for the salad, and I'll also pay for a bribe if necessary. And yeah, I want to do a streetwise check. I'm looking for an operator, who basically, again, an operator who hangs out in these high-end restaurants to move illegal items for his corporate masters, a fixer essentially, to use a Shadowrun terminology or
Sure.
real criminal terminology.
So you can go ahead and make a streetwise plus intellect check, and you get a +1 to that for everybody having seen you order this salad.
Okay. And can I also do telepathy to sort of kind of
You want to do
be on the
some
lookout?
read
Yeah,
some surface thoughts?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so here's my telepathy. Okay, that's a success.
Yes.
That was 2. And then here is my streetwise with a +1. Submit. Okay, yeah, that's pretty solid, I'd say.
So yeah, so you're basically told, you kind of chat up the waitress, and um, the waitress and the bartender. You kind of chat them up. There's not a whole lot of people in the establishment. Um, they basically tell you the only reason that this brewhouse tavern is here is to serve the corporate executives that stay here on Caliburn. But they essentially tell you that all of that stuff. So there is kind of an underground. They hesitate at wanting to call it organized crime, but there is.
Movers of goods.
Yes, there is a kind of underground section, and they give you directions, and they tell you that you'll find them. Essentially, it is kind of unofficially the red light district of Caliburn's uh, colony here. But they give you directions on how to find it, and they're like, there's not really any one particular name. But they tell you, you're obviously good at asking around. That there shouldn't be any difficulty in finding somebody that can move this kind of product.
Okay, good. So yeah, I mean, when it's my turn, when it's my go next, I'll go to the red light district and
Okay.
honestly, probably look for a good time. B, like might as well rent out the hotel room there, right? And B, yeah, look to move the product.
Okay. So Xerxes, you do find. I mean, you're in the corporate park, same as Kaz. You find the administration offices very corporate. I mean, there's just like it's about 3 stories tall. All and it one side of this building is all asteroid. It's all rock. The the building that comes out from it looks like it is all mirrored glass, and it's about 4 stories tall. And etched into the glass, or at least a part of the glass, is the Stern Metal Horizons logo on this 4 story building. So I mean, this thing's pretty enormous. And you make your way in there. What are you looking for?
Xerxes can appreciate the corporation side of it and the bureaucracy that's within due to his diplomatic past. But yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna first make sure. I'm assuming we can take off our HEV suits in here,
Oh yeah.
or like my HEV. So yeah, I'd make sure that I look all nice and prim and proper. I make sure Clanker looks decent, and he's walking as my.
Yeah, you probably took them off right when you first came in. There's probably, I would guess that there would be an area that you would be able to a locker.
Okay. Yeah, I would make Clanker look like my essentially my steward, my butler, if you will, walk into this to the secretary and ask to see if I can potentially have a meeting with whoever is in charge here about a potential lucrative offer.
So she she says, so you are a salesman?
Oh, not at all. I am actually a captain of a ship. However, I happen to be trying to set up a potential spot for a new mining corporation on the Walston system.
Okay. And and she says, and she gets your information. She wants to know your name, and she goes ahead and checks her computer terminal.
Okay.
And she tells you that there is an executive that would handle off-world um, acquisitions kinds of situations, and he has a spot that is opening up at about 0300 hours in 11 days.
I'm going to kind of like side eye her a little bit and kind of reach into my pocket and say, I'm looking for a more immediate meeting as I slide her 100 credits.
Go
Like,
ahead and make a persuade plus social check.
any bonuses for the bribe?
No.
Damn. Well, I got 12. Okay.
Oh,
So, she slides your credits back to you. She says, "Well, those aren't going to spend very well in a corporate town." She says, "Although I would certainly appreciate them," but she says, um, she could squeeze you in 8 days.
Well, unfortunately, my ship is only here for about a day, and we're currently working on a large potential life-changing or corporate-changing opportunity on Walston. And I figured
You're not
since you
gonna.
are...
So, you're not going to be doing any life-changing events for Stern Metal Horizons. They are a mega corporation worth hundreds of billions of Imperial credits.
I mean, Xerxes got to try to get his foot in the door somehow.
Yeah, no, she's a receptionist who schedules, you know, when there's an open slot. She's not a miracle worker. If there's no open slot, he tells her what the open slots are. If there isn't
Okay.
one, she can't magically, make something happen in the next 2 hours. That's just unrealistic.
Xerxes will just say thanks and go outside and kind of just... He'll kind of mosey about for maybe a half hour or so, just kind of looking to see if any big wig looking person happens to be like walking out or walking by.
Sure, go ahead and make a recon or make a investigate plus intellect.
Oh, I liked it better when you said recon. I don't have investigate, so would it be just 2D minus 3?
Yep.
All right, so shit. Nothing happens.
Well, I mean that's not.
Well, no,
Oh,
that's not without.
you rolled a flat 7. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you see everybody here in the corporate park. Everybody here is wearing business attire. They're all in either suits or, at the very least, they're first they got the khakis, then they got the checks. So, I mean, everybody here is dressed for business.
After about a half hour, Xerxes says, "This is not how I do things," and I just go back to the ship. I say, "Fuck it. You know what? I'll find more opportunities in the future."
Okay. Audrey, what are you doing now that you have found this 20-ton lot at 85% of its total value?
okay. Well, Audrey would text that information to the rest of the party and then look to see if they have a restaurant on the
Okay.
station.
Okay.
You know, they probably don't. They probably only have the Impossible Burger.
Yes, there is a lot of Impossible Burgers here to be had. Go ahead and make an investigate plus intellect check.
Investigate plus intellect. Intellect.
Yeah, you actually do find a a place that actually does have real meat burgers. It's not an Astro Burger. It's just a local chain, but all of their meat is imported from off-world. So that means that like one burger is going to cost you like 30 credits, and it's
Audrey, yeah.
Stern Metal Horizons company script.
Oh, so it'd actually be 60
Right.
because it allows the exchange rate. All right. Well, Audrey eats one of those.
Okay. So what is so both Kaz and Xerxes, you hear from Audrey, you hear about this 2010 lot of uncommon ore that she found for 85% of its total value.
So I would text back. So what would it cost us?
85,000.
Would my experience with the standard let me know how easy or difficult it'd be to offload uncommon ore?
Well, uncommon ore can be sold a lot of places.
Okay.
Let me take a look here. What does it say?
That type of thing is probably needed almost everywhere.
Right.
Industrial, you get a +3 to sell it. Non-industrial is a +1.
Well,
It's
I
likely
guess
that will pass at least one industrial world.
So I guess you're ultimately, I mean, after Mithril, your obvious next stop is going to be Biter if you want to get paid, right? And so, what is Biter's trade code? Oh wait, it's right
Oh, Kaz,
here.
any thoughts on this or
So Biter is non-industrial. It's agricultural non-industrial. So I mean, you would have a +1 to your selling attempts on Biter. +1 to broker
Kaz?
checks.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, then that's a good thing.
I would wait. I would see if Kaz has anything to say about it before I
Kaz just sort of sends a shrug and a thumbs up, like it's not his wheelhouse, so he wouldn't really have a particular. Actually, why am I saying that? I have a fucking neurocom. I send you a feeling. The feeling says I have no strong feeling about this, one way or the other.
He sends you a feeling of antipathy.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
85,000, right?
Yeah. You think something and then that causes emojis to print.
So
Pretty much, yeah.
in the Sword World subsector, it looks like Narsil and Saknoth are the only two industrial oh wait, no. There's Graham, Narsil, and Saknoth are the industrial worlds. And on any of those three, you would get a +5 to your broker check to sell.
Oh yeah, we should do that then.
And it's 85,000, right?
Correct.
Or is it 80, 85?
85.
Yeah, Zerzi would say go ahead as long as they are willing to load it for free.
So let's see here. This is Sword World. So here is Saknoth, which is essentially one jump from Biter. Narsil is all the way over here. Now, and Graham is right here. So Saknoth would be your best bet because it's only one jump from Biter if you wanted to get that bonus for that +5 bonus for selling.
Yeah, so I'll
Yeah,
tell
that sounds
Audrey
good.
as long as they're willing to load it for us, go ahead and buy all of it for 85,000.
Okay, so you have 20 tons of uncommon ore.
Great.
Okay, so Kaz, you make your way into Caliburn's red light area.
I do that. All I see is darkness though, but I'll use the power. Oh no, there it goes. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll still use the power.
Hold on a second.
Of my imagination, but but I don't have to. Okay, cool. Aha, there's a person labeled pimp. How overt.
Yes. So yeah, you make your way in. I mean, it looks like it's, obviously it's far more run down than the corporate park that you were previously in. But this looks more like what the common average miner is. This is the type of area that they're going to frequent. And you can see, I mean, immediately right out of this airlock, you see that right here there is a large or not a large, but there is a tavern kind of place. Um, there is numerous shops. This is obviously, I mean, just blatantly advertised as a brothel. Um, and you can see numerous people walking around.
Okay. I mean, honestly, sure. I mean, the people at the fancy place said that, it's possible to find people that move goods here. So let's just go to this overt thing and see what we can find.
So you're gonna just walk up to the vent.
Well, no, okay. Again, not that overtly, right?
Oh,
But
okay.
again. It's the same way when when you're trying to buy when you're trying to buy drugs at a new place. You basically sit there, hang out, and just kind of observe people around until you find like somebody either buying or selling, or
Right.
both, and then just kind of approach them and be like, "Hey, I'm looking for an interesting time." But again, paraphrasing here.
So you make your way into this tavern, and it's your typical strip club. Um, Pretty much exactly what you would expect. Um, and there's a number of video poker type machines on the walls, and uh, a questionable uh, woman dancing around a pole, and you can see that there's a number of people that are kind of sitting up or sitting at the bar or at a couple of tables, and I mean this tavern's not very big. It's kind of cramped in here, but you can make a recon plus intellect check.
Yeah, I do have my specialize and all that stuff. Yep, 10.
So you immediately notice that there is a one person that doesn't. He kind of stands out. Most everybody in here is wearing, Stern Metal Horizons jumpsuit, or everything's logoed with Stern Metal Horizons on it in some way,
Of course.
and except for this guy, and he's sitting at the bar and just kind of talking with a couple of the other miners there. He stands out because he's not dressed like they are.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. Before I even bother, let's just do a quick surface scan again.
Okay.
Telepathy, slunk. Yep, that's a success. And yeah, I mean, like, what's the guy thinking about? Like,
He is thinking about how can I put this? He's asking around if anybody knows anything about or has had any dealings with the crew of a ship that is in port called the Stubborn Bastard.
huh? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah. So the last thing to do is to kind of go like, ooh, pick me, pick me. Let's see what he can let's see what he turns up, if anything. I'll just kind of hang around. Oh, well, should I have worn my trench coat then? Now I am gonna stand out. But yeah, whatever. I'll kind of hang back and see what he see if he finds me, see if anybody points me. I am wearing the trench coat with a patch on it, so
Right.
if somebody in this brothel is observant, which they shouldn't be, but hey, you never know. Maybe somebody will point him out to me.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess the question is too, how are you? Are you armed? You're wearing
What
your
did you say? I mean,
so
yeah,
the law level is 4, so light assault weapons and submachine guns are banned. Cloth armor is banned. Technically speaking,
okay,
your cloth jacket doesn't technically count.
yeah. So basically, I'll have my laser pistol, my stunner. I got my side blade in my arm, so yeah, that should be plenty, I think. And I'm
Uh,
wearing as I said, the trench. So
okay. Okay. So, let's see if he notices you. Here. Look at this. These guys are idiots. Oh, well, yeah. As he's sitting there talking to the other one of the other patrons of the bar, he catches you out of the corner of his eye and uh, just kind of stops in mid conversation, is just staring at you.
Okay, I'll order like some kind of cheap beer or something, and then I'll raise the can to him and just be like, like kind of. I don't do a come hither motion because again, this is the wrong kind of place for it. So I'll just kind of raise my beer can at him.
Okay, so yeah, you spend 5 stern metal credits on a beer, and they get you some generic, you know,
Yeah,
champagne of beers, and you kind of raise it up to him, and he kind of gets up, he grabs his drink, kind of gets up and sits down at your table, and he says, "Hey, friend, I can see that you're not from around here."
he says, yeah. I heard you're looking for people from this stubborn bastard. Might so happen that I might know somebody on that ship.
He says, "Yeah, I would imagine that you do, considering that you have the patch of the ship on your jacket."
Yeah, it's craziest thing, But anyway, I say, what's up? What can we at the Stubborn Bastard do for you?
Says, "Well, we've been wanting to know who it was that stole our ship. We know that that ship, the registration number hasn't changed, and it was registered under the name of High and Dry."
It's those guys.
I say, stolen. It was rightfully purchased by us from excuse me, by us from the whatchamacallit, the Scout Service.
He says, "Yeah, yeah." He says, "They were all kinds of uppity about us leaving it in that volcano on Walston, but uh, that was our ship."
Perhaps, but I mean, unless you're willing to pay us for it.
He says, "Pay you to return our merchandise,
Ooh, what merchandise?
our ship."
Unless that's not merchandise, that's a ship. Besides, no, the Scout Service already reclaimed it and we already paid for it. So, you know, I say, so no, I don't think I'll be doing that. But if you want to, I mean, hell, you don't strike me as the kind of guy who wants to go through the proper court systems. So, but in this case, I would probably say like, yeah, you would probably need to go through the proper court systems. But as far as I can tell, it was considered salvage, and then we salvaged it. So, Spacer's law. At this point, I use the neural comm to message Zerzy and Audrey saying that I found the old crew and that they apparently they want their ship back.
Roll 2D plus your Dex mod.
2D plus my Dex mod. Well, in this case, that is a flat 2D. Service says 7.
So, you see him reach quickly into a vest pocket, like he's reaching for something. What are you doing?
Well, I would like to point out that surface thoughts last for a scene, so I should still be kind of, you know.
He's drawing a
Let me
body
double check.
pistol.
He's drawing a body pistol. Okay.
No, surface thoughts does not last for a scene.
Doesn't it?
No.
1D times 10 seconds. Okay, fair enough. So like at most a minute. All right, fair enough. Okay, so then I would not know. He's reaching in to grab something.
But you're quicker on the draw.
I'm quicker on the draw. I don't know if should I try to kill this? Should I just kill this guy? That does not seem like a sane thing to do. On the other hand, when he did spot me, and I was still feeling his surface thoughts. Did he feel like what emotions did he feel? Was he like livid?
No, he I wouldn't say livid. He seems happy to have found you.
Interesting. Okay, then in that case, okay, he's reaching for something. No, I mean, reaching for something. He wants his shit back. I told him to go through the thing, Spacer's Law. Yeah, he's not happy. So instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get up and flip kind of flip the table.
Okay.
There you go. That's always a good decision.
Just
Man, all I wanted was to sell some drugs. Oh well.
Yeah, who thought there could be any violence in the red light district?
Right?
Yeah, no. I mean,
well, all the violence should be paid for and mutually consensual.
Right. Guys up again.
Too bad I don't have my ball and combat armor. Oh well. I mean, armor boarding suit. Oh wait, no, hold on. You said we had to use vac suits to get here, didn't we?
Yeah, but you could. There's lockers
You
just
probably
inside.
took it off.
Oh yeah. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Darn. Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and give me an initiative check.
Okie doke. Service, roll initiative. Yeah, not bad.
All right. So you get up and you flip the table over, and he jumps back, and his the chair that he's sitting in tips over and falls back behind him. He now has the body pistol in his hand. What are you doing?
Well, body pistol. Okay, so now he's drawn a weapon.
Yes.
I mentally at this one I see shit's going down, so I still probably don't want to like kill him or reveal the psychic blade because again, this is the Imperium, and I don't want to wave that around. And if as far as I recall, the stunner, yeah, I'll draw the stunner and just shoot him.
Go for it.
Yeah, that's just the answer.
Gun combat energy plus dex.
Yeah, I got one of those. I got my P HUD. Submit. Okay. Yeah.
There you go. All right. He takes 12 endurance and falls to the floor unconscious.
Nice.
No, the stunner's great, honestly.
Yeah, if it drops endurance to 0, they pass out.
That's OP.
He gets to make a consciousness check every minute.
Yeah, so no, like I said, the stunner's great. for this kind of situation, like the exact situation I'm in, it's fantastic.
Yes, this is exactly the kind of situation the stunner is designed for.
Why does the damage say 12 when he rolled a 4-2-4?
Because it automatically adds the
Your effect.
difference.
You only needed an 8, so you got a +2.
Oh.
So, yeah, you stun him, and he falls to the floor. Make a Recon plus intellect check.
Mm-hmm. So it's Recon plus int. Submit. Oh,
Ooh.
So
not bad.
you see the bartender is in the process of calling security.
Yeah, that's probably very reasonable for the bartender to do.
Yes.
Mhm.
And so security is on their way. The bartender tells you probably have about a minute before they get here.
I say, yeah. Thanks. You saw that he pulled the gun on me, right?
He says, I'm gonna let the corporate cooperative cops
But you
deal
got
with
the,
it."
I say, okay, but you got cameras here though, right?
And everybody in the bar starts laughing.
I say, okay, hardy har har. Okay, well, good thing I got these specialized then, huh? All right. Well, yeah, peace. And then I just kind of go through the over here.
This is the door here.
Aha. That's a little more unfortunate. That puts me more open. I say, well, okay, do you know
There's
this?
only one way in or out of this place.
Yeah, no, that's reasonable. Well, oh, actually, here we go. I'll toss the bartender the rest of my credits and be like, got a loading dock?
No, everything comes in through this one door.
I say, that's honestly, guy, I'm a little disappointed in you, but okay. And then I'm going to, but again, I'm like, trained military. I check the door, and if there's nobody, nobody on the other side, I'll step through.
How are you? Well, so checking the door, you do see a woman.
Let's just read her mind.
And
It's
you
going
see
well
that
for me so far.
she is openly carrying a shotgun.
Uh-oh.
Oh, a shotgun. Okay. Does it look like she's heading towards this way?
She is stopped at the corner of that of the bar. She's
Mm-hmm.
she has the door covered.
Okay. Well, I can use my cyber armor as a shield.
But
So,
it is her turn, and
aha. Okay.
you checked out the door, and she's going to take a shot. But I don't think so. She has one. All right.
Oh my God! I know the best thing to do
So
right now.
she pulls the trigger on the shotgun, and the door shuts just in time, and the door takes the load of buckshot.
Okay. All right. That's really funny.
So you said that you had radioed Zerzy and Audrey, right?
Yeah. Using neurocom. Yeah.
So Zerzy and Audrey, you get a message from Casimir explaining the situation to you that the crew of High and Dry are here wanting to take back their ship. What are you guys? You guys are aboard Stubborn Bastard right now. What are you doing?
I'll probably just look around and be like, there's no way they're out here. He must be I think he must have meant something else.
Mhm. Audrey texts back asking him what is going on.
Okay. So I mean, you're up to date. I mean, you are aware
Wait.
that somebody just shot a shotgun at him.
Oh, I didn't know
Well,
that.
no, I didn't let them. I was gonna let them know that on.
Found the crew.
Yeah, like I was gonna send them like a capture from my cyber eyes and a message from my again from my neural com going like, holy shit, I'm under attack. Ah!
Right.
Oh, you send that too?
Well, because I assume I can only use my neural com on my action as a free action, so like that's yeah.
Yeah,
Did you ask
I
for
mean,
help?
neural com is, I mean, instantaneous.
Yeah, so when my initiative count comes up on 9, then that's when I'll do it.
I
Okay.
guess. Go ahead, Audrey.
Well, then for now, Audrey doesn't know, so she's doing maintenance on the
Yeah.
ship.
Okay.
Oblivious.
Okay.
I mean, I would probably message back, don't do anything, talk to the authorities. If you get arrested, I'll get you out.
Don't worry, we'll pay your bail.
We'd have to convert it to their currency first.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely, Captain. Sure thing, Cap.
So
All right.
next,
I go again? Well, yeah, Caliburn.
nope. Nope.
Oh no, more people.
Door opens up. This guy comes in and takes a swing at you with brass knuckles.
Okay.
Seven. You duck as he swings. Yeah, Captain Nand is unconscious. Caliburn security are en route. What are you doing?
Okay, so free action, use the neurocom to say I am currently being attacked. I knocked one guy out. And then again, I send a picture to my cyber eyes. In fact, I can probably open up just a straight up feed through my cyber eyes on my neural link.
Yeah,
I should think, right?
These are what these guys look like.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just open up. They're very multicultural. I approve. Very, very, very good.
Yeah,
All right.
Evidently, they like the holographic tattoos on their face too.
Okay.
They can't get any other job than what they had on High and Dry.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, so I basically open up a stream and I say, and I make a response to Xerxes thing like, oh, just wait for the authorities. I say, too late in all caps. Open up a stream with like me being literally attacked.
I'm gonna live stream my own murder.
Yeah. Then I guess here's what I'm going to do. I mean, this guy just took a swing at me, and again, fucking, there's video evidence. So I'm gonna fucking stun him too. Why shouldn't I?
Go for it.
Where's my gun? There's my gun. Stunner. Honk.
Only playing Roll20
Oh my
Traveler
God.
would you ever hear anybody say, "Where's my gun?"
Okay, well,
Holy
that's a 14.
shit.
Wow, you stunned them very much.
Let's see.
Well, okay, they should be
Ooh.
subtracting armor, I believe.
They don't
right?
have any armor.
Well,
That sounds like a them problem.
well, yeah, whose fault is that?
Right. But go and roll 2D.
Okay. Oh no, did I overkill this guy? 5.
So he, let's see here. 14. So usually stunners do their job, but in some cases they can actually cause real damage. And you fry this guy, like you light him up,
Oops.
and
Oops.
He is going to die unless he gets prompt medical assistance.
Define prompt.
If he does survive, he's likely to lose a limb, an eye, or suffer some similar permanent injury. And this might be something that, if he survives, could be repaired with cybernetics. But the process will be slow and expensive. He's fucked up.
Wow, what the hell? Did I hit him like straight in the nerve or something? Okay, well, shit.
Yeah, you
Uh,
you basically held the button down too long and just lit him up.
wow. Well, well, whatever. Okay. So, here, now here's a rules question. So, taking a shot without aiming is pretty much a standard action.
Yeah.
Picking up an object off the floor is also a standard action, I assume, right?
To let you know, your shot hit him in the face,
Oof.
right in the left eye.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I fried his optical nerve, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, ooh.
I mean,
I
not
feel
only
a
is he
little
going to need a
bad, but
new,
not too bad.
not only is he going to need a new eye, he's probably going to talk with a stutter for the rest of his life.
Well, assuming yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, picking up an object off the floor. That's also a standard action, right?
Yes. Oh,
Okay,
a minor
all right.
action. It would be a minor action.
A minor action. Okay. Then here's what I would like to do. I would like to pick up Captain Nand with my Strength 15 Cyber Arm, and use him as a kind of like a meat shield against that shotgun.
Okay, so yeah, you grab Dan. I mean, he doesn't look like he weighs much. You pick him up with your cyber arm and hold him in front of you. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just
Well,
using him as a meat shield.
yeah, basically, I want her to get another. Well, okay. Did I notice if she has like a pump action shotgun, a double barreled old timey shotgun, a blunderbuss? What are we talking about? What are we looking at here?
It's probably not pump. Let's see here. Take a look. Da. No, I mean, this is a semi-auto shotgun.
Oh, okay,
It's
all
not
right, fine, fair.
it's not an assault shotgun or anything, but yeah, it's semi-auto.
Okay, fine. So in that case, I'm not actually going to do anything, and I'll tell the bartender, toss me your first aid kit, and that'll be my actions for this round.
Okay. She, let's see, out. He's out. Hmm. She'll drop the shotgun for a free action with. Oh shit! She can't do that. No. She. I think she's gonna run. That's as far as she can get. Caliburn's security is showing up because there's never a corporate cop when you need one.
No, of course not.
What are you doing?
Okay, so okay. So now that I see she stopped, I'm gonna not drop. Well, essentially drop, but not like slam, not like fucking spike the ball into the ground, but like let Nan go. Did the bartender toss me the first aid kit?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Um, I'm going to attempt to fix up engineer Orler Fun, which is a terrible name, but whatever. It's his parents' fault.
Yeah, Oriton.
Oh, that's a T. Okay, well, fair enough. I'm zoomed all the way out. So that's what I'm going to be doing that. But as I'm doing this, and this is an up to you decision. What I'm going to try to do is I want to implant a suggestion into Nan's brain while he's unconscious to disagree with the uh God, what are they called? Like witness report, like to disagree with the witness report of his companions. And
Okay.
I'm hoping that because he's unconscious, he's just not going to have a chance to resist me.
That's a really good question. Let's see here. Let's see what it says.
Rules is written, it doesn't say anything about that, but this is kind of like how does it work in your world kind of thing.
Well, I mean, I would say that you can probably, I mean, he's unconscious. You can make a telepathy plus psi check. I would say you'd get a +2 for that.
Okay, well, odds are not great, but they're not zero either. So yeah, +2. I would need a 9 up. Holy shit!
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
So you plant the suggestion. So technically, with suggestion, this isn't like D&D. This isn't like charm where you can't use charm to tell them to kill themselves or whatever. In Traveler, if you get a telepathy check of 6 or more, even suicidal suggestions will usually be followed.
Right, but I don't want him to be suicidal. I just basically want him to essentially
Right.
give testimony. Like basically, like his guys are gonna say, like, no, like we're totally in the right. And I want this guy to be like, no, guys, like, come on, what do you say? Like, I want to disagree so that basically that
Okay.
that his sow a little discord in the ranks. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna
That
go and
everybody's guilty.
exactly, and then I'm gonna try to fix up this guy. What is the rating of this med kit?
It's probably not great, but let me take a look. Medic. So this is probably an improved. So it gives you a +1.
Oh, okay.
But you're
So
at a
I'm at
-1 because you did the psionic action, so you're doing multiple actions.
right. So I'm at 2d6 +3 +1 -1. Okay. Total of 10.
Okay, so
And I'm not trying to do anything fancy. I'm just trying to like stabilize and maybe not even save his optic nerve. Just make sure the fucker doesn't fucking seizure to death. Since I'm assuming that's what's happening.
He doesn't need. He's not going to need. I mean, obviously he does need surgery. I mean, he's going to need a new eye, but he doesn't need surgery to survive at this point. You have stabilized him. He is still twitching, even though he's unconscious. Like he's got nervous tics all throughout his body. You really face blasted him.
Right. So, yeah. Okay. And at that point, like, I want the cops to come in, me giving this guy first aid.
Okay. She makes it out of here and is off the map. She runs away. So 2 security guards show up. They're armed, and they are aware of the situation, so they are armed with auto pistols, and they are drawn. As soon as they show up, they immediately tell you to stand up, put your hands behind your head, and they start to secure the situation.
Yep, total compliance.
All right, so we are now out of combat. So yeah, they arrest you. One of them has you outside. Some more security shows up. And one of them is a plainclothes security officer, basically detective. He's kind of doing the entire investigation of the scene, and can see that you acted in self-defense. However, um, so you were carrying a stunner and a laser pistol, you said?
Yep.
So he is going to issue you a citation. It's pretty obvious to him that this is an act of self-defense. The stunner was perfectly legal, and he completely is going to overlook the very nice jacket that you're wearing. But at law level 4, everything below it, of course, is also banned. Military weapons, portable energy and laser weapons, poison gas explosives, undetectable weapons, WMDs are all banned. So he's going to list you a citation for that laser pistol that will be due in Caliburn court in 8 days' time, and the citation is for 1,000 credits.
Credits or script?
It would be script, but yeah.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
He says, I mean, this is basically just it's like getting a traffic ticket, but he's not going to
Right.
arrest you because this was an obvious case of self-defense. And you can hear that the other Caliburn security put in a APB for astrogator Michelle to hunt her down, and all forces are to be on the lookout for this crew member.
Okay.
Aside from that, what is your plan from here? I mean, the other thing, the detective lets you know that that they're going to be keeping a very close eye on you.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to tell that I'm trying to sell Anagathics here. That would be stupid. So,
Hey, by the way, detective, do you know anywhere I can sell some illegal drugs?
yeah, right. Well, you see, again, like I'm getting the impression that this place isn't like entirely like a megacorp kind of like cesspit. Like this place definitely has a like, even though like I'm in the red district, it's still relatively nice as far as like corporate extraterritorial corps go, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So,
obviously it's extraterritorial with Stern Metal Horizons coming in, but the populace of Caliburn actually created the Caliburn Cooperative, and
uh-huh.
it's kind of a union
Okay, so
that
yeah, so
works for Stern Metal.
right. So basically like the impression I'm getting is that the cop isn't, because like, if this was more cyberpunk, like, the corporation was more evil like Jedico, I would actually just literally expect the cop to like be like, yes, I will buy your drugs actually.
Yes,
But
right. Yeah. No,
but
this
this
isn't
isn't
like
the
that.
case.
Right.
Yeah, this isn't like that. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. No, I mean at this point, like I'm just gonna be like, okay, well, thank you, officer. I'll go set up that payment now. Thank you. No hard feelings, obviously, and yeah, I'll be going now, and then I'll start heading back to the ship.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to just pay the fine outright, you can.
Yeah,
So it'd be 2,000
yeah, I'll
Imperial
just pay it
credits.
out of my own pocket. Yeah, I'll go to the exchange thing, set up the payment, and yep. So that'd be 2,000 credits, 1,000 fine. Okay.
All right. So what are you guys doing from here? Are you just staying until you're fueled up and then leaving, or
Yes.
or anything else?
Yeah, that
Can't
would
think
be
of anything
Zerzi's
else to
plan.
do.
Yeah, you got 20 tons of uncommon ore in your cargo hold, and you guys jump from Caliburn and do wilderness refueling at Steel, and finally make your way to Mithril. You can put 2 weeks into your study
Ooh.
periods.
Okay. Honestly, I'm surprised steel isn't an industrial world.
The metal worlds, steel, mithril, bronze, and iron are all basically just placeholders, and they all have some kind of outpost on them, Sword World's outpost, and basically it's manned by only a few people, like literally a few people. If they're
No, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, with the name of steel, like,
yeah, if there's 10 to 12
the word
people there,
steel is like, when I think steel, I think massive factories. I think fucking,
yeah,
Pennsylvania.
right.
Yeah.
No, these are more named in biter, iron, bronze, mithril, and steel are named in honor of Tolkien.
Yeah. Okay.
And so there's really, if there's more than 10 people on one of these outposts, they're only there for the Sword Worlds to basically lay claim to the world as a whole, and that's about it. But you can add 2 weeks to your study periods, and you guys come out of jump in Mithril. And you immediately, as soon as you start to make your way towards Mithril, um, you don't get a message from the outpost. I mean, you do, but there's nobody on the other end. It is an automated message. Um, second here. So yeah, this automated message basically tells you that there are no services available at the port, and uh, ships can land to siphon to basically suck up snow to break down in fuel processors. Any other ships are redirected to do wilderness refueling at one of the gas giants, and then the message ends. Oh, and it says if you have any complaints or problems about this, to please contact the port administrator's um, private messaging account, and it lists off an account that you can send a message to.
Pretty sure that was the same automated message the last time we came through here.
You didn't come through Mithril. You came through the last time you were in the you were at Iron. In the last, yeah. So yeah, you see no traffic in the area. There's no other ships around.
So, so we're looking for that spy that went missing, essentially.
Yeah, the message that Kurt sent to you is that well, let's see, find it.
Yeah, can you bring it on screen, please?
Yes.
I mean, gosh, let's just, again, I know you said doing a full scan of the system is impossible, but we can at least do a quick scan of every planet, see if we find anything out of sorts.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a electronic sensors plus intellect check.
I mean, we could always also just triangulate where the automated message is coming from, and check around that area.
Well, you know where it's coming. You know where the automated signal. You are receiving a landing beacon coordinates, but it's it's a Class E starport.
Right. I would think if somebody's alive and they wanted to be found, they'd be near that. I would think.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, there's several planets of various sizes we'd have to fully scan, and could take a long time.
Well, I wouldn't say too long, but okay, all right, you know what? Fine. Let's, okay, no, but you bring up a good point. Let's look for this automated beacon. and see what's there. Sure, why not? But you know,
Okay, start there on Mithril.
yeah,
Look
and
for
then if we need to, we'll scan the other stuff. Yeah, you're right. Okay, fine.
So this is your sensors coming back from the planet Mithril, and shows that the starport is located here, or what it classifies as a starport. And you bring the ship in, and pretty much as you are coming in, the planet is practically always covered in whitish gray clouds, and the ground is not really any more colorful. It is all white gray as far as the eye can see. There are seas here, but towards the north and south, there are such polar ice caps that most of the time these seas are filled with icebergs. And you just see that there is just endless tracts of snow and ice in every direction that you can see. And uh, as you are coming in, everybody can make a recon plus intellect check.
All right, Kaz is AFK, but I'll still roll mine. Recon, intellect. Do you want Clanker to roll also, or no?
No.
All right.
Audrey can roll.
I got 11.
Audrey's too busy petting Tom.
Make sure the cops know that the previous crew are also wanted for animal abuse. So Zerzi, as Kaz is bringing the ship in for a landing, you notice a number of things that there are some pretty deep snowdrifts. The landing pad, and this is kind of what the base looks like here. The landing pad is at the northwestern end, and it just basically is a flat area, and there's like this roughshod road that travels past the outpost, and there's a fence around the outpost but it's not like barbed wire or anything. It's basically just to delineate the area around the outpost, and there's no gate. There's just an opening that's big enough to drive an ATV through. And then this road just kind of goes all the way to the end at the southeastern end, and there seems to be a big pit that's been dug down there. But you notice that, let's see, which one is it? It is. So this building, number 7, you can see that so these things have like a snow awning that comes down, a fabric snow awning, and it's to keep the snow from drifting and piling up in front of the door. And you can notice that there look to be some high energy burn marks on the fabric. And you don't see anything moving down here. The only thing that you see moving is the radar dish on top of the administration building. And it's just sitting there spinning around and around like it should. But you don't see any people. You don't see any tracks in the snow. Nothing. You don't see any kind of movement. And then about as Kaz is coming into land, about a meter above the ground, all of the power in the ship goes black for a second, and there's like a flash of light, and the entire ship, stubborn bastard, falls that final meter and crashes to the ground. It lands on its landing skids, but it lands hard. Anything that was loose falls off of tables, falls out of cupboards. You guys are kind of jerked around as it slams down into the tarmac. And then slowly the lights start to come back on, and Audrey, you immediately notice that the damage board is reading that the maneuver drive and lifter system is offline.
Oh, what caused that to happen to our ship?
Well, you can poke around and find out.
Yes, Audrey goes to engineering and pokes everything. Did we get hit with an EMP somehow from somewhere?
Yes. Go ahead and make a engineering plus M drive, or engineering M drive plus intellect or education, and you get a +4 to that.
Okay, I'll roll engineer. I get +4 to it.
Yes.
Oh, neat. Yay.
So immediately, I mean, you go back and the initial look over of the maneuver drive, everything seems fine. You don't see anything wrong. You move some of the, you climb into some of the access panels, and immediately you can smell that telltale smell of burnt circuitry. And
Ew.
poking around, you discover that the now, what is this called? It is called. Essentially, the governor circuits of all the lifters and the maneuver drive have all been fried. In addition to that, they have been fried in your G bike as well.
No.
And your guess was correct that this was probably from some kind of EMP pulse that targeted specifically those circuits. I mean, it's not that the governors don't go out, but it is nearly impossible, a billion to one, that all of the governors and every lifter and in both the G bike and the maneuver drive would all go out at the same time. The problem is that because this isn't something that usually ever happens, even with your 5 tons of spares, you've got maybe one of these governors. They aren't something that generally ever goes out. So you don't have the parts to repair the ship to make it go. And so you are slammed down on the tarmac. Maneuver drive and lifter systems are out. And you can see this base, and you see nobody moving around, and there's no tracks anywhere. And that is where we will break for this week, and we'll pick it up next week on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock.
Oh. Okay, see you next week.
All right. All right, guys. I will see you next week. Have a good night.
Have a good night.